and prevented the banking system from melting down completely. Now, whereas the economy was contracting where I came into office, it's now growing. With respect to the private sector, we've seen job growth 9 consecutive months in the private sector. Where we're actually losing jobs right now has to do with state and local governments who are having to lay off workers because at the state and local level they've seen a huge drop in their tax revenues, and so they've got to lay off teachers and firefighters and police officers. And last month that was where most of the job losses happened. Now that's again behind us. What we have to do moving forward is to make sure that small businesses that account for most of the job growth in our economy are getting the kind of financing that they need, and that's why I passed legislation just a couple of months ago that helps small businesses get loans and lowers their taxes, eliminates capital gains for startup companies, so that if you're young entrepreneurs out here and want to start a business, you're going to be able to do so with a lot more advantages than before we made some of these changes. We've got to make sure that we rebuild the infrastructure in this country, because we used to have the best bridges, the best roads, the best airports, and now when you go to China or you go to Europe, you see that they are outstripping us in terms of infrastructure. And if we put people back to work, that would be good not only in the short term, but it would also lay the foundation, the framework for long-term economic and job growth. And in terms of tax policy, what we've said is we're going to provide tax cuts to 98% of the American people. Corporate taxes are not higher than they were when I came in. They've been lower because we passed a whole bunch of tax cuts. 95% of Americans got a tax break under the Recovery Act that I passed.